Welcome into Pick 6 presented by KFAN, the show where we answer your fan questions. The 6-2 Vikings are now headed to Jacksonville this weekend. It's a place that new left tackle Cam Robinson is very familiar with. He was just traded from there last week. And that leads us to our first question. Heading back to Jacksonville, what do you think it'll be like on Sunday? We caught up with Cam in the locker room.
I think it'll be fun. Jacksonville was home for me for 8 years, so a lot of good people there. Still got a lot of friends there, of course, and I'm just looking forward to it.
Cam found out about the trade on Tuesday, was here in Minnesota on Wednesday, and on Sunday played in 100% of the offensive snaps. That wouldn't have been possible without help from offensive line coach Chris Kuper. He's got our next question. They want to know, what is it like preparing Cam Robinson to start when you only had 5 days to do it?
Well, with players like Cam, and Cam in particular, very easy. Obviously, I didn't know him before he got here, but once I talked to him on the phone, once we started meeting and talking about the offense and the potential plays, and him playing that week, I mean, he went about it like a pro. He's a true pro. We're very lucky to have him, and he picked it up very quickly. It's it's one of those deals you just kind of get a feel for a guy and decide, hey, this guy, I trust him, and he made it very clear that he was to be trusted, and he played really well in the game.
Thanks, Coach Kuper, for making your Pick 6 debut. Unfortunately, though, for two Vikings players, they suffered injuries on Sunday and now placed on IR. It's kicker Will Reichert and long snapper Andrew DePaula, which led one fan to ask this question. What's the special teams room like now that you're preparing for a new long snapper and kicker this week? Special teams captain CJ Ham takes this one.
It's obviously it's super tough losing Poe and Will. I mean, guys have been, Will's been balling, and it's Pro Bowl Poe, all Pro Poe. So, but having Jake come in as a vet, he's been doing it for a long time. He's worked with our special teams coordinator for many years, so that'll be great. And Parker was here during OTAs, so he knows the system, he knows the coaches, and he's just going to come right back in and be successful like he was in OTAs and training camp.
Thank you, CJ. We're halfway through the episode, and now the questions take a little bit of a turn. We're going to talk about the schedule ahead. This fan question says, how do you prepare for a 3-game road streak? Jordan Addison answers this one.
I'll say I'll go into the game the same way. Even though it's a away game, I'm still excited just to be out there on the football field. So I'll probably go into my preparation the same way as I usually do for a home game, just to keep everything the same.
All right, appreciate it, J.A. Moving on now, this question is from Raymond in Oregon. He submitted this question on our online form, which you can find at my X account, at Tatum Everett, or in the Vikings emails. His question, he says, we always hear one game at a time. How do you players honestly adopt that mindset? Camus Gruget-Hill answers this one.
Yeah, hey, Raymond, thanks for the question. I think that, honestly, it's the only way to get through a season. It's a long season. You're focused on so much, and if you can condense it down to one game and just focus on going 1-0 every day, stack some wins up, you usually end up in a pretty good position. So that's the way we attack it.
I know we hear that all the time, but honestly, it works. You should probably try it in your day-to-day, because I have, and it's actually been super helpful. One thing that really surprised me this week, our final question was actually for me. It's from Ben in Virginia. So thank you, Ben in Virginia, first of all, for the question. He wants to know, what is your favorite part of game day in US Bank Stadium? Well, Ben, I love home games at US Bank Stadium. The atmosphere is top-notch, one of a kind, and by far my favorite part is when that showtime sequence comes on, the lights go down, then they sound the Galler horn, the snow's coming from the ceiling. Nothing else prepares you for that Skol chant like that. And once you feel that, it's just something that you can never forget. I'm a sucker for a great game day atmosphere, and the Vikings are 100% top-notch in the NFL. Well, thank you so much for watching this episode of Pick 6. As always, you can submit your questions online. Check out my Twitter at Tatum Everett, or again, look for that submission form, because we want to hear your questions for our players and coaches. Thanks so much for watching.